So guys, I haven't done a video for a while, and these ladies arrived Wednesday. These are rescued chickens from, I think they were in a barn. Now, I kept them in yesterday. I've had doors open today, but they still haven't ventured outside. But we picked them up Wednesday night. We got them here about 8 o'clock. It was dark, obviously. I basically put them on the perch, and Thursday morning, although they'd been transported Wednesday, we got 2 eggs, and I didn't expect that, but I thought, yeah, they were ready to lay and they had to be transported. They've got to lay an egg, haven't they? I thought it might have, they might have gone off like egg laying, and this morning we got another 2 eggs, so that's quite a surprise. She's getting comfortable in there. So whether that'll be another egg, I don't know. But they don't look bad considering they've been in an egg farm. They look like they've been pretty good. Mind you, I know system here is a lot more strict than it is in EU, for instance, with animal husbandry, let's say. They've lost a few feathers off their heads, but I'm sure they'll be quite happy here. If they decide to go outside, that is. But yes. So they're the chickens. Now, age, not sure. My wife went and picked them up with kids because they wanted to go and get a Burger King. And I weren't going to sit in Burger King and then go and pick chickens up. So she didn't ask how old they were. But I think they're a couple of year old. And as to breed, I don't know. They're obviously some sort of high production egg laying machines. I don't think they're like Rhode Island Reds or out like that. I'm sure there's some sort of mixed breed that lays a lot of eggs. But they are actually very large eggs as well, so that's always a bonus. If anybody's concerned, I've got food and water here, so if they don't go outside, they've still got everything they need in here. Or if they don't go outside at the minute, I did some more work on run, I'll show you. After speaking to a few people who've got chickens around here, predators aren't a problem as in the daytime, like the fox or out like that. So if I'd have bred them from eggs, if I'd have hand reared them, I wouldn't have bothered with a net on top. But what I've got here is a bird net on top, just until hopefully they get more friendly and used to us. But that's basically to keep them in, not keep other things out, because they'll be up on that stump, up on roof and over the fence and into the forest. And rounding up chickens in a forest is probably not a very easy thing to do. So I put the net on top. But like I say, they haven't been out yet. I'll leave them doors open. They can, cross that bridge when they come to it. Garden, not a lot happening. Is the rest of the junk out the shed. Not a lot happening. It's been extremely wet for the last month or so. I ain't done a video. I say I haven't much really felt like it, to be honest. We told these kids had to go for COVID tests after I went. Although they come back negative. They were sent from school. They were sent home because they were a bit ill. It's oldest, and they had to go and have tests. So that was another thing. But there's not much happening. I've still got quite a few beets up on that bed. All that greenery I've been saving for chickens until they came. There's some carrots still down here and over there. My beans all went mouldy because weather's just been that bad. There's a couple of beets there, look. But all these have just about gone. That's a second edit's put on. But all this is about done. But all these beans, they just got moulded. These are all overgrown radishes. There's odd beet in there as well. But all this greenery I've been keeping for chickens. That's the Yacon. It's still going. And it's, middle of November. We haven't had a frost yet. Apparently we're going to get some this weekend. We haven't had a frost yet, so I've got to take that out, that Yacon. Sprouts, we've got loads of sprouts. We've had some have blown at bottom, but I planted them way too early, but there's still sprouts what we're eating and what I can take them and freeze them, whatever. This pumpkin bed, I got my pumpkins out. I'll show you a clip of that and this. Here I've planted garlic. There's about 40 bulbs, 38 bulbs. Some shop bought one, which did quite well. And some red Russians, what Willie Coleman sent me. So I'm trying to keep them going as well, like there's one showing up there, I think. But they've been in a couple of 3 weeks. It's just been dodging rain, to be honest. There's a few leaks in here, what I've put in. And this is the outside, one of the outside peppers. That one's rotted. And that one's half eaten. Good reason not to do peppers outside here. But it'll be interesting to see what I get off that yak on. And that's that, grapes, left them for birds, horrible things. There's loads of them and all, it's such a shame. Chopped all my asparagus down, raked all leaves, been chucking rabbit poo on top of that as well. I put 25 litres of rabbit poo on there, under them leaves. Still got a few bits and pieces here, some fennel. Did loads of fennel. Look, me spudomatics all gone to seed as well. I didn't keep up with some stuff. I weren't, say, tip top on top of everything. Still, amazingly, a few tomatoes to come. I've got to cut all that lot down. Some other bits in here. Got some chilies and stuff. What's left of my harvest from the squash. I did plant some few other bits in here. I had a few brassicas left, which I just put in just to see. And I've still got some peppers to come off here. There's 1 or 2 left in there. There's quite a large one over there. Say chilies. But again, started getting a bit mouldy in here as well. What I've noticed, there's lots of miner's lettuce, which volunteered because some of that went to seed early spring last year. I'm not going to do much in here this winter. Reason being, I've got quite a few plants to store, which hopefully will make it. I'll probably have to. I might take that on. That can go in the house. But there's a few plants what my wife's got which need storing, and I want to put a new roof on this. I want to put a clear roof on it. At least get the roof done next spring. So let's have a look at this. Look, decimated by insects. I've still got these 3 buckets of potatoes to come out to do my potato total for the little man. I will do it. I'll pull them down and get it done as soon as we get a day which is not soaking wet all day. I've got no way to do it really. Oh, I found these in asparagus bed. And that's a bunch of chives. It must, not chives, shallots. I must have left one. I must have chucked one in there, and it's grown up of it. I didn't do it last year or year before, so that's probably been growing there for a couple of years and just expanding. I'm going to probably separate it and plant it all separate in a bed and see how they do. Because they're not, well, some of them are tiny, but the ones in the centre are quite large, so see what they do for next year, if they'll get a crop out. But I've got to get all this down and whatever in. And yeah, that's here. And you can tell how wet it's been here. We live on a hill, look. It goes right down there, that drops off like, I don't know, 20, 30 metres. And everything's just sodden, you know. This all needs to be... This all needs to be cut back, but it hasn't been dry enough for weeks and weeks and weeks. I did manage to cut all these currants back down here. There's red, black and white currants in here. I gave them a right good haircut this year. They didn't get done last year, but now I've got that a new mulcher or chipper. I can get them chipped up and it shouldn't be a problem. They're not coming out anyway, look. I'll have to get myself a can of corn, see if I can train them up. Any thoughts on that? Leave a comment in. But yeah, it's quite messy and wet and horrible here. And like I say, it has been for weeks. But I'll leave you with that. Don't forget, drop a comment in. Just thought I'd show you chickens. I did say I would, and I thought I'd give a quick look round. I will get them potatoes done, so So don't forget, thumbs up or a thumbs down, drop a comment in, and it's always nice to be nice.